And it's GM Talks with another chess scandal, a cheating chess scandal. And of course, on a much lower level than the famous or infamous Magnus Carlsen versus Niemann story that will probably end in court soon. This time it was a Belgian player, an IM, that was caught cheating at a tournament in Spain, and it was sort of something you could foresee would happen, because rumors have been going on around this player for many years, and he has lost many games on a phone that was ringing. So why does he keep bringing his phone to the game when he keeps losing games? It's very strange. And I played against the guy. His name is Stefan Docx, and I can say that now because he did get caught red-handed. He left the tournament. I don't know what's going to happen from here. The problem is that this will not be the last time we will see a story like this, because it's not taken care of. FIDE, the federation, the International Chess Federation, is simply not taking care of this problem. Also, when I play on a site like chess.com, every week I get a message that someone has used unsporting manner or whatever they say, and I will get some rating back because someone cheated. And often when you play, you can just feel, okay, I won this game and then I lost 3 in a row. And the first game you just sense this guy was not really on my level, and then suddenly he starts to become a tactical monster, and you just say, okay, bye, I'm not gonna play you anymore. You block them, and then you get your rating back in a week time from chess.com. And it seems like it's been spreading, like it's something that people just do. So what to do about this problem, this disease? One thing, first of all, is to out people. So that's also why I'm making this video where I show a game I played against Stefan Docx, the now known Belgian cheater, because that will heighten the social cost of cheating, and that's actually necessary. You need it to be more expensive, because the sanctions that FIDE apply is simply not gonna cut it. We have the famous story of Igor Razis that simply cheated for a long time, got to 2680 something, and was in the world elite, even though he's always been 2500 mediocre, if you can say that about a grandmaster, but not something you say, okay, a slightly weak GM, and suddenly he was one of the best in the world. It just didn't make sense. Anyway, let's see the game against the Docx. This was from 2005, and he had not started to cheat yet. And he didn't cheat all the time. He only cheated in some games, but he did win some brilliant games, and he did become an IM with 2440 or something, and he was always playing very fast and appearing weird, and that's of course always a sign. But you cannot just say that because people are weird or playing fast that they are cheating, but it's something that will have to be addressed. So I think first of all we have to out people. If they're caught cheating, let the world know it, make their sort of the expense being, it has to be more costly to cheat. It's not something like I tried and it didn't work out that. No, just give them a big penalty and put their names on a big billboard somewhere. This was a known cheater, like they did in medieval times, or in the West, where they say that. That was this nice quote I like about they don't hang men for stealing horses, but because horses must not be stolen. And it's the same with cheating in chess. It's not like because you get sort of weak souls will be tempted by this. I think a lot of people, they don't really have that much of ethics and morale, and when it comes to this, that they, okay, I can do this, and they're not bad people per se. They're just weak people with sort of weak sense of maybe self-worth, maybe values, I don't know, but that doesn't mean that they, they should die or something. It just means that it should be more costly. They should have to think about the consequences of what they're doing. Okay, let's get into the game. I'm white against this Docx guy, and and I think the game shows why I don't think he should ever be and I am with 2440. So he probably cheated on the way to that place. This is the Petrov, or the Russian defense, as some call it, but we will call it Petrov from now on, mainly due to the ridiculous war in the Ukraine. And I played this with black as well. This is the main line. This used to be very popular with knight c6. This is the way Kramnik played it. Nowadays, they don't really like this move that much. I think the main line at the moment is this move. And another line that is played a lot is something like this, and then black will try to exchange the sort of a little bit bad bishop here on f5. But back then, knight c6 was the main line, and I played this many times with white, and it's black's position is tough. I also played it with black a few times. It's not. I'm not sure why it disappeared completely, but suddenly it was just gone. The thing is that after something like these moves, these are all mainline moves, black is sort of losing his footing in the center. The thing is, this structure here is in an endgame. This structure would be nice for black, because white is settled with hanging pawns and an isolated pawn on a3, and black has sort of his house in order with 3 nice pawn islands, where white has 2 pawn islands and white has 4. The thing is, white also have a superiority, a pawn more in the center, and a bit more space for his pieces, and hopefully he's planning and trying to maybe kick the queen around and go after the king. And black is perhaps slightly behind in development. He starts to develop very fast here. Bishop f5. All this is main opening theory. A lot of games with Kramnik and players like that. And bishop here. And here, sometimes they actually sacrifice this pawn with knight a5, I've seen, or something. I studied this a lot at the time, because everybody played this, because Kramnik was such a big hero for everybody. They really loved him, especially in Denmark. So you just had to prepare for whatever idea he had. But black just defends the pawn here on c7. All these moves he could probably, and this was a good idea at the time. I think black should probably play this move now. Is maybe the best move. He didn't play this move. I think this knight d2 was a preparation for me. There are a lot of moves. There's bishop d3. There's h3. I think a3 actually is the main move here. But knight d2 was my preparation. I'm planning maybe this move, maybe this move, and I'm taking control over these 2 vital squares. But it was 17 years ago, and I don't remember it that well. I remember that it was kind of a nice game. So I'm kicking his queen, and I'm having more space. He goes back, knight e4, and this was, I think still theory. And here I think the main line is something with taking and not being so afraid of letting me push and just putting the knight on a5 and trust the structure. This was, I think, what was found out. The problem is, I think there are some problems here. The thing is, after something like this, probably black will have to give this bishop, because something like this is annoying, very annoying. You don't really want to play this move. That will make you horrendously weak. There's also some checks and stuff. Anyway, so he takes, but you don't really want to give up that bishop, because this and he takes. This bishop here is of course better than the knight. If these two pieces were to disappear, then black would be fine. Already here it's possible for black to lose in one move with a move like this, due to this move. So this is a bit of a scary position. Rook e8 makes a lot of sense, attacking the bishop. Queen here, attacking down here. G6, weakening the dark squares. But of course, when you have a black squared bishop, you're not completely worried about it, but it's something you should be wary about. Black is hoping to make this bishop not a great piece. A3, giving some air to the king. Because there are often where tactics will give a check here, and you need to be able to step away. So A3 is a nice move. Might also prepare something different. I don't know. Could be preparation for this sometimes, actually. To gain space. When you have complete control over the center, you're not that afraid to move your pawns in front of your king, even though I really in general hate to move pawns in front of my king unless it's more or less winning. Knight a5, that is what you want to do with black. You want to sit on these squares, and you want to make these pawns weak, like in Nimzowitsch, he used to say that first you sort of you stop the pawns and then you attack them after they are blocked. Rook b1, prevent knight d2. There was also maybe sometimes the threat of this and going to c5. C6, stopping everything here. Bishop f3 could be going here. Was not completely sure where it was going. Here, maybe the best move for black is probably this move. Just and saying okay, and after something like this, which was my plan, then maybe just this move. And, it's not that clear that, because this pawn here could be strong. Still have strong bishops. I think white should not be worse here, but I don't think he's better either. So it's b6, and I play this move. I was struggling to find a plan here, but then I realized that I have to make something of my majority in the center. This is potential pass pawn. Rook d8, and here I took a little bit of a strange decision. Kind of like it actually in hindsight. I'm not sure I would do it today, but that's just because I'm getting old. I think it's probably a good decision. D5 looks really weird. Because after this, I just created a situation where I have two weak isolated pawns. But probably it's fine. I think actually plays on maybe this move, king g7, maybe queen e7, maybe knight c6. I don't know. Here, the thing is, he should be wary that this one here is potentially dominating this guy out here. And there's also, of course, this is a potential weak square. Also have some ideas with going here with the queen, starting some x-ray, a lot of x-rays actually, nice x-rays. Queen a4, and that's already bad, I think, because it looks smart. It opens for the x-ray for black, and it's also x-raying down here, and it does attack this pawn. So it's kind of the move you're a little bit afraid of. But the queen is also getting away from the king down here. So let's go. Queen f3. Nice move, getting out of the pin. Still protecting here, but also protecting here and attacking here. He was attacking the bishop, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the f file now. King g7 makes sense. You want to have the king on black. I was starting to look at things like this. Maybe I could get this to work at some point, and get his king out of sort of the. But at the moment, I cannot do that due to the threat here. So I'm playing a strong move, and I'm already winning. And if Docx was cheating, I think he would have avoided this position with black, because it's very clear that I have a lot of pressure. I might even go something like this, and it will be very, very difficult to find a defense for black. We know now that bishops like these and rook and queen, if they're coordinated, then losing a pawn like this one just doesn't matter. We just saw a game where Karana got totally killed by castle, who just gave a pawn to preserve the bishop pair. Here, queen b5, another move that's maybe not so great. Black does attack the rook. He does attack the bishop, and is putting more pressure on. The problem is white does have a very nice move here. That's sort of combining everything, and that makes me think that I probably was a lot better at calculating when I was younger, because I'm not sure I would find this move now. So a little bit scary. I played this move. Very nice move. The idea is, of course, that I really want his king back into the back rank, and he will have trouble. And a simple line goes like this: check. It doesn't matter where you put his king. You can go to here, check, and if he takes back, it's mate in one with queen e8 check. So that was nice. I don't know what he should do here. He should probably play something like h5 or something, but still it looks very, very, very scary for black, and he's probably losing something. Played this move, which also looks smart, because the queen is defending here, and is still attacking all these things and so on. The problem is I'm getting the best of the two worlds. After check here, the queen, even though it's attacked, it's of course still covering the bishop, so it has to go back. And after this move, black is pretty much in bad place. The f file is really gonna hurt. There's also this pawn is hanging, and there is the whole back rank problem here that is not going away. And we see that this knight is just not joining the game. Bishop here, winning a pawn. Thank you, sir. And we see that this bishop is covering here. There's no back rank thing here due to rook d1, so no problem. Rook c8, bishop e6, attacking again, trying to get his queen. I'm slowly moving down into. I might even. Well, there's a lot of nice things here. I think something like this. I can probably play something like this. It will be very, very difficult to defend. Well, it's not difficult to defend. It's impossible to defend. He played back, and after this he gave up. I'm attacking here, and I'm attacking here, and I'm attacking. And this, I just play like something. I just play this, and he's losing something. So that was an easy game, and I had no idea that this guy, he had 23-10 at the time, would ever become relatively strong. It seems he should not have anyway. I don't. To cheaters, it's kind of hard to understand the motivation behind cheating. I think it's some weird sense of entitlement and bad self-talk where you say everybody else is also cheating, so I might as well cheat. That's one part of it. I think also another part is it's very, very tempting. If you have a smartphone, you can cheat so easily. And they say, okay, I'm just gonna cheat one move, just just to get a little edge. Nothing special. I'm still playing my game, and then they cheat one move, and then they realize that 3 moves later they're still not comfortable in the position, and then they cheat another move, and then and in the end you can end up being afraid of your own ghost, and you're afraid to make your own moves, your own decisions, because you just know that the computer is so strong, and you know you're going to make a miscalculation, and then you said it's better that I just let the computer play, and then of course you get caught, and it was maybe not your intention, maybe it was. I don't think it was. I don't think people start playing chess with the intention, I'm gonna grow up and then I'm gonna cheat at chess. That's not how it happens. It's just something that people gradually get into, or if they get away with it, then they think, okay, maybe it's not so bad, and probably everybody's doing it, and so on. For instance, the Niemann argument that he did it when he was 12 and 16 so he could play against stronger opposition is just bullshit. It just makes no sense at all. He would get, if you don't have to play very strong for a very long time to play against stronger opponents online. It takes like 2 hours of playing well, and you will meet strong opponents. It just makes no sense. Anyway, I hope they will. The thing we can hope for is that the algorithms will be very, very good at detecting people who cheat, and we will catch them, and that FIDE will make a system where they systematically label people as cheaters and ban them and so on, and then we will be able to distinguish this problem. I don't. For instance, for young players, I think there are first offenders. There should probably not be like very severe consequences, because most people, they're just stupid. It's just like some people who end up getting to prison for violence or something, maybe they are violent, or maybe they're just idiots, but it sometimes maybe they should have another chance and see if they regret. But if you're caught, like when you get caught at 12 and you don't learn and you cheat again at 16, then there is something wrong with your morals and your ethics and so on. I think, anyway. That's my personal opinion. I don't believe in giving like a million chances. I think you should give one chance, and then okay, and then it's probably two strikes and you're out in this place. Not as a person in life, but as a chess player, because we should not have the game polluted by cheaters. Anyway, this was DM Talks on a little bit sad subject. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching.